Will the castor oil break up a bone? No, it will not. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God gave herbs for the service of man. Basically, the castor oil just works with the needs of the body. It goes where it needs to.
In today's video, we'll explore the amazing benefits of castor oil and how it can enhance your health and comfort. Castor oil has been regarded as a valuable medicinal remedy since ancient times, offering countless health and skin benefits. Today, we'll dive into the remarkable uses of this oil, from its moisturizing and skin-softening properties to its ability to support digestive health and relieve muscle pain. With soothing and restorative qualities, castor oil is an excellent choice for skincare, especially for those seeking a natural solution for smooth skin and strong, healthy hair. Not only does it beautify, but castor oil also supports the digestive system, gently relieving constipation. However, for safety, you should consult a doctor before using it for digestive support. What's special about castor oil is that, despite centuries of use, it remains incredibly useful and easily fits into modern life. You can use it in your daily skin and hair care routines, or simply apply it to your body to help ease muscle aches. With so many valuable applications, castor oil truly deserves a place in your natural wellness toolkit. At the end of the video, we'll reveal a special tip that Barbara O'Neill uses to maximize the effectiveness of castor oil. Don't miss it. You'll be surprised by this method.
Now, we have had a few people come to our retreat that have had bone spurs. Do you ever wonder where the bone spur comes from? Say there's a bone spur on the wrist. You go to the doctor, he'll say, and you'll say, what is that? He'll say, it's a bone spur. And then you'll say, but why is it on my bone and not in my bone? Because it's a calcium deposit, and he'll acknowledge that. And often the answer is, we don't know. But I'm about to show you why that calcium deposit goes on the bone and not in the bone. Let's say we meet someone who's breaking every law. They're breathing in bad air, they never go in the sunshine, they're living on the stimulants, which are all acid, they go to bed too late, they never exercise, don't have time, they're on the high-carb diet. Remember that diet we had there the other day? All acid-forming foods. They don't drink water because they don't like the taste. I've never had a cow not like the taste. Never had a horse not like the taste. Why would humans not like the taste? Because they've tasted sweet other things. Isn't that true? In fact, Joshua was saying, I think, introduce your children to vegetables and they'll eat vegetables. But if you introduce them to cakes and pastries and cookies, they're not going to eat their vegetables. It's exactly the same with water. Stress, worry, anxiety. Now, this creates a very acid environment in the body. And the body's quickly trying to deal with that. And the blood pH is getting a little acid. It's going up to, well, it's going down, 7.35, 34, 33, we're dropping. And remember, down to 7.22 is death. So very quickly, the last resort buffer system is called on. Calcium, the most alkaline minerals pulled out of the bones in a form of calcium phosphate, comes into the blood, immediately helps to bring the balance back. 7.34, 35, we're safe. But now at a cost. We now have free calcium excess floating through the bloodstream. What's the body going to do with that? It'll dump it on the bones as a spur. It'll dump it in the kidneys, kidney stones, gallbladder, gallstones, even maybe a little bit of a build-up on the eyes. What's that called? Your cataracts. They're all illustrations of Newton's third law of motion. To every action, there's an equal and an opposite reaction. I read this statement in an old book that I'm about to quote to you, and I've put it in my book. This law never ceases to act as nature's equalizer, setting in motion compensatory forces to remedy every imbalance. Isn't that the true cause of disease? You now know, though, how to get rid of a bone spur, is that right? Castor oil. The good news is castor oil will never break down your bone, because remember Psalm 104 verse 14, that God gave herbs for the service of man. The castor oil comes in and says, where would you like me? What would you like me to do? Oh, the unnatural formations, that's what it'll break up, the bone spurs. So I say, well, fibroids and cysts and tumours, they're easy. compared to the bone spur, and yet the castor oil can break up a bone spur.
Castor oil can provide impressive effects in reducing abnormal growths, thanks to its main component, ricinoleic acid, a substance with powerful anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. When applied directly to the skin, this oil penetrates deeply, helping to gradually dissolve fibroids, bone spurs, or unwanted calcium deposits. This natural method has been used for centuries, assisting many people in better managing issues like bone spurs, fibroids, cysts, and even some benign tumors. To use castor oil for supporting bone spurs, you can soak a soft cloth in castor oil, place it over the affected area, cover it with plastic wrap, and use a heating pad to enhance absorption. Maintaining this practice for about an hour each day over time may help soften calcium deposits and relieve discomfort. However, it's essential to address the root causes of these conditions. This requires adjusting lifestyle factors, such as diet, physical activity, and stress management. A diet rich in alkaline foods like vegetables, fruits, and whole grains can help balance the body's pH, limiting the environment for calcium deposits. Regular exercise not only improves circulation, but also helps reduce the risk of calcium buildup. Additionally, managing stress through meditation, yoga, or ensuring quality sleep is crucial for maintaining overall health and reducing acid accumulation in the body.
In every case, there can be slight differences. So I'd like to also tell you about Eileen. Eileen came to us with breast cancer. She was late 50s. She chose to do the natural way. Some people say, I chose to do the natural way and it didn't work. I say, which way did you choose? Because there are many healing arts. With breast cancer, it was absolutely essential that she balance the hormones. You cannot get cancer in the ovaries, the uterus, the breasts, if the hormones are balanced. So with all cases of reproductive cancer, must balance the hormones. So she went on the Anna's Wild Yam Cream to balance that. She implemented all of this. She's the wife of an Adventist pastor in Australia. She would ring me every few weeks, Barbara, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? She also began to put castor oil compresses on the breast. Castor oil penetrates deeper than any other oil, and wherever it penetrates, it can break up lumps, bumps, adhesions. It'll even break up a bone spur, but it'll never break up your bone. How does it do that? Well, that's one question we'll ask God in those heavenly courts, is that right? All I can tell you is that Psalm 104 verse 14 states that God gave herbs for the service of man. So when the herbs come in, they work with you. They know that that's an unnatural formation and they'll break it down. So little by little by little, the castor oil will break it down. This is not overnight. This is not after a week. Just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And also with breast cancer, it's important to make sure what's touching the breast is natural fibre. I challenge you ladies, try and find a bra made out of natural fibre. And the underwire bras are dangerous because breast tissue is lymphatic tissue and it cleans into the nodes under the arm. And there's a very effective gate there that stops that cleaning process. Can you see how there can be many factors coming in? That's why every case is different. Every case, the detective hat has to be put on. Look at the history, look at the emotions, look at the house they lived in.
Castor oil is increasingly recognized for its potential in managing certain health issues, including breast cancer. As we know, castor oil contains a high concentration of ricinoleic acid, a compound noted for its anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. When applied topically as a poultice, castor oil not only penetrates deeply into the skin, but also spreads into the subcutaneous tissues. Thanks to this penetrative ability, castor oil may help dissolve and disperse abnormal masses such as cysts and hard nodules, and even has potential effects on certain cancerous tumors. Some studies have suggested that ricinoleic acid may inhibit the growth of certain cancer cells in laboratory settings. For example, a 2011 study published in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences explored the effects of ricinoleic acid on breast cancer cells, showing that this compound can activate apoptosis, programmed cell death in these cells. This is one of the potential mechanisms indicating that castor oil could play a supportive role in combating cancer. Additionally, castor oil may improve lymphatic circulation, an important factor in breast health. Breast tissue contains numerous lymph nodes that help filter out toxins and waste products from the body. However, lymphatic flow can be impacted by various factors, such as tight bras or underwire pressure from clothing. Using a castor oil poultice can help stimulate lymphatic circulation, assisting in the removal of toxins and metabolic waste from the breast area, thereby helping to protect cells and naturally improve breast health.
Now, to use castor oil, you make a little pack. Now, this is not really a poultice, it's more a compress. So you'll notice I've got an old tea towel here, so you can use an old towel or something like that, and I'm going to put the castor oil on. Castor oil is very thick, and it takes a little while to soak in. So all I do is do about a middle third of the whole area. So I don't really want to hold it up because it's going to run. So can you see how much I've put on? But by the end of the meeting, that will have all soaked in. So I say to people, when you're using castor oil, pour it in and don't touch it for about half an hour, and that will soak in. Now, that's a really good area to put on the abdomen. Now, if castor oil is applied to the abdomen, it will heal any problems in the abdomen. So what have we got in abdomen? For a woman, there's the uterus. So that will penetrate and break up fibroids in the uterus. That will penetrate and break up cysts on the ovaries. That will penetrate and soften the colon if the person has constipation. That will penetrate into the colon and heal the colon if the person has bad diarrhea. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14? God gave herbs for the service of man. So whether it's diarrhea, irritable bowel, or whether it's constipation, the castor oil will go in and it will penetrate very, very deep, and it causes a cleansing and a healing in that area. It's a remarkable herb. So you can use it to break up gallstones. So you would put it, say, on the liver area under the right rib. You may put it at the back to break up kidney stones. I've known people that have had bone spurs, say on the knee, and they'll apply the castor oil compresses. We had a lady do our program. She had bone spurs on both knees, and she also had tumours in her abdomen. After doing our program, it's 2 years now, and both 2 tumours have totally gone. Her oncologist can't believe it. So she had a total lifestyle change. And she was doing also the castor oil compresses on the knees for her bone spurs on her knees. She said after, I think it was 6 weeks, they'd gone down by half. She said she forgot to do it, and she noticed a month later they were gone. Now, last night we looked at the acid-alkaline balance, and it's a high-acid diet which causes these deposits of calcium on the bones. So she also changed her diet so that she was not having a high-acid diet anymore. So the castor oil, I've also seen it help people with brain tumours. And what they do is they put it on the area. Remember, it'll penetrate very, very deep, break up lumps, bumps, congestions, adhesions. So if you've got a sore knee and you think, well, do I use the castor oil, do I use the ginger, or do I use the potato? We'll do one night, one another night, one another night, and just see what the body says. And your body might like them all. And that's perfectly fine because they're doing slightly different things. So it's very powerful. It'll break up a bone spur, but it will not break up your bone. Why won't it break up the bone? Because remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God gave herbs for the service of man. They work with the needs of your body. So the castor oil can be a very important part of a program on something like, well, anything that I have just suggested. Now that's already soaking in quite well. Can you see that? Now, because it's a compress, this can be reused again and again and again. So a person might use it a dozen times. Now, if someone's using it for, let's say, a fibroid on the uterus, in the uterus, they might wear it overnight. Or some people say, well, I don't like wearing it overnight. So I say, well, just wear it for at least 5 hours a day, for at least 5 days a week. Little by little by little, it'll penetrate and start breaking up any unnatural growths in the area. One lady said that it felt so comfortable on her lump in her breast, she just wore it 24/7. And that's where you can devote a sports bra to this. Now, every time, let's say someone wears it overnight and they're going to wear it the next night, they might put another little teaspoon in. You'll get to know when it starts to dry a bit. And one person said, well, can't I just rub the castor oil into the area? You'll just get a light layer then. And any clothes you put on it are going to get castor oil on them, and that is no fun to get out of your clothes. But with this compress, it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle to hold the oil. And the thicker the compress, the more oil it can hold, and the more oil is available to go into you. Now, an old bush remedy in Australia is if you get something in your eye, put a drop of castor oil in your eye. And that'll roll around and even take it out. And another recipe, I have not used this, but I have had people testify for glaucoma and cataracts, put 1 drop in each eye before you go to bed at night. That's the only time you do it, because you'll go a bit blurry. But because you're going to sleep, it doesn't matter. One lady said, I'm about to have an op, what'll I do? I said, well, put the drop in each eye and see what happens. And if it's too advanced to basically have a turnaround, maybe you'll have an op. But personally, I think it's worth the try.
Castor oil is not only renowned for its traditional uses, but has also become a versatile and valuable natural solution in comprehensive healthcare. One of the most notable benefits of castor oil is its ability to deeply moisturize and nourish the skin from within. With its rich content of fatty acids, particularly ricinoleic acid, castor oil acts as a powerful emollient, helping to improve moisture levels for dry and rough skin. For this reason, it is often included in skincare products to help alleviate conditions like eczema, dermatitis, and even acne, thanks to its ability to soothe inflammation and support the skin's natural healing process.
So let me show you how it's made. So you need to have several thicknesses. See, I've got quite a few thicknesses there. And you have a plastic backing. This is what I do. And then you pour the castor oil on. Now, castor oil is very, very thick, as you will see. So I put it on, and the reason I'm putting it on early in our lecture is because that's going to take a little while to soak in. So I cannot hold that up for you. But you might see that it's just sitting on top. And notice that I've just covered about 1/3 of the area. So we're going to let that just sit because it will soak in. By the time we'll have a little bit of a break halfway through our demo this morning, you can come and see. So if you were to put that on right now, the oil will just splatter everywhere. So you need to do it about half an hour before you're going to apply it and allow it little by little to soak in. Where would you apply the castor oil? It will break up a bone spur. That's probably the hardest thing it can break up. If the bone spur's been there 3 years, it might take 3 months of application to break up the spur. If the bone spur's been there 3 months, it may take 3 weeks of application to break it up. So it all depends how long it has been there. So just keep applying it little by little. Will the castor oil break up a bone? No, it will not. Remember Psalm 104 verse 14, God gave herbs for the service of man. Basically, the castor oil just works with the needs of the body. It goes where it needs to, and a bone spur is an unnatural formation. It's a calcium deposit that's built up on the body. So the castor oil can break that down. Also, it can be used for cataracts. 1 drop of castor oil in the eye. Now, guests have told me very difficult to do that. And so here's an easy way to do it. You just put castor oil on your finger and you just wipe it over your eye and your eyelashes, and you blink, and it will penetrate through the eyelid, and it'll also come a little bit in through the lashes.
Research shows that castor oil has antibacterial properties, making it an effective natural remedy for fighting bacterial and fungal infections. When applied to the skin, castor oil creates a protective layer that not only aids in wound healing, but also helps prevent infections. This is particularly beneficial for scalp health, where castor oil can help treat dandruff, infections, and nourish hair follicles, thereby promoting strong, healthy hair growth. Beyond topical applications, castor oil is also well known as a natural laxative. The ricinoleic acid in castor oil stimulates intestinal contractions, helping to relieve constipation. However, if taken orally, be sure to do so under a doctor's supervision to avoid unwanted side effects. Castor oil's benefits don't stop there. It also supports the immune system and reduces systemic inflammation. Some studies suggest that compounds in castor oil may help regulate immune responses and reduce inflammation, which is especially helpful for chronic inflammatory conditions like arthritis and joint pain. By reducing inflammation, castor oil plays a vital role in promoting overall health. Furthermore, castor oil's potential in supporting blood sugar control and liver function is also being explored. Some studies indicate it may help regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity. The detoxifying properties of castor oil are also thought to benefit the liver, aiding in toxin removal and supporting healthy liver function. Thank you for joining us on this journey to explore the wonderful benefits of castor oil. We hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share this video with those around you to spread the amazing benefits of castor oil. Don't forget to follow us so you don't miss out on upcoming natural health tips. See you in the next video. Take care and stay healthy.